Well, just a quick little video for tonight. I was thinking maybe I should pick up my vlogging a little bit more than my one time a week thing as I've been doing in the recent past. Some of my good vlogger friends on here have actually stopped vlogging altogether, and so there seems to be a little bit of a vacuum here in terms of political videos. So I'll try to kind of fill that a little bit, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it. So tonight, this, in my opinion, okay, this entire debate regarding the healthcare bill, the Baucus healthcare bill, and then the insurance industry coming in and criticizing that bill, it is a completely fake debate. First of all, the Baucus bill was written by basically the insurance company representatives to start with. So the entire bill is, as it is written right now, a bad bill. It will it contains nothing so much as a public option at all. It would at the very best insure 29 million people who are uninsured, when we have over 45 million and counting. On top of that, there are, sure, people will say, well, you know, at least it's a little step, because the insurance companies will be prevented from not covering anybody because of pre-existing conditions. Well, guess what? The insurance companies may have to be forced into that, yes, but there's absolutely nothing in that bill that will prevent the private insurance companies from raising your premiums. Absolutely nothing. So yeah, they may cover you if you have a pre-existing conditions, if you can afford to pay the premium. So it's a complete, the argument is being laid out there for the American public, to where there is an actual argument going on between Baucus, the Baucus bill, and the insurance industry, when it's essentially all the same thing. The insurance industry, of course, wants more. They're insatiable. They want the other uninsured also on that bill, also included in that bill, because it's a windfall for them, you know. They're going to be gaining 45 million customers, new customers, who are actually being forced to buy into their schemes. And if they don't do it, they're going to be penalized. So, you know, this is all according to the Massachusetts model, and that model is extremely flawed. So I wouldn't pay too much attention to it until it actually comes to the Senate floor, and then we'll see what happens, if there actually is going to be some sort of a true public option in this bill. And I would rather doubt it at this point. Some more depressing news, of course. Obama yesterday, quietly signed a bill deploying 13,000 more U.S. troops into Afghanistan. This is another thing that it's not really mentioned, you know, in the mainstream news, except as a little side item, perhaps. And so President Obama is quietly deploying an extra 13,000 troops into Afghanistan, an unannounced move that is separate from the request by U.S. commander in the country, and for even more reinforcements. So essentially, Pentagon officials said that these 13,000 are, as they call, enablers, and they're mainly engineers, medical staff, intelligence officers, and military police. And about 3,000 of them are specialists in explosives, being sent there to combat the growing fatality rate from roadside bombs. You know, this is essentially Iraq revisited. And McChrystal, General McChrystal, the commander of the forces in Afghanistan, or in that entire theater for that matter, has also, of course, requested 40,000 more troops on top of all this, which is still being discussed, because he says it is necessary to prevent the country from falling into the hands of the Taliban. Well, the country is already in the hands of the Taliban, except for the city of Kabul. So he may want to take note of that in terms of trying to win hearts and minds here at home or in Afghanistan, for that matter. And here comes the icing on the cake for tonight. Goldman Sachs is about to pay out $23 billion in bonuses to their employees at the end of this year. Today, we bring you the investment bank that manages to double its bonuses during the worst recession since the Great Depression. Now, mind you, of course, they paid that TARP money back, but they wouldn't be in the position without that TARP money to start with. So on Thursday, Goldman Sachs will officially announce the firm's bonus payments for 2009. Analysts expect the bonus pool to mushroom to that number, 23 billion. Double the bonus from the year prior to that. How much is $23 billion? It's enough to pay health insurance premiums for the average family 1.7 million times. And of course, it's apparently enough to reward employees of Goldman Sachs for a bonanza trading year at a firm where the average employee compensation was recently $622,000 per year. And while Goldman Sachs is likely to pay its biggest bonuses ever to employees, the company is said to have paid only $14 million, that is, in taxes during 2008. The firm's corporate tax rate, about 1%. And now, of course, there's talk inside Goldman that it is considering a huge charitable contribution of $1 billion in order to help deflect some criticism from the populace. Good night.